One of the things that we strive to do in this podcast is to give you the key, few, salient, most important things that you need to know so that you can succeed with your health and your fitness journey long term. And as I think about this, I think I've identified one single variable that may be the most important single ingredient in your long term health, fitness, healthy eating, healthy living journey. And I'm going to reveal that on the podcast today. Tune in and take notes.
Welcome to the CrossFit Edwardsville Community Podcast, where we hear and learn from our coaches, CrossFitters, and Glen Ed community leaders. Now, here are your hosts, Dallas and Greg.
What is up, guys? Here on the CrossFit Edwardsville Community Podcast, one of the things we're looking to do is help empower you with the knowledge that you need so that you can succeed in your health and your fitness journey long term. And when you think about things that seem to be universally important, universal prerequisites to your success, there are a lot of things that come to mind. And a lot of these things are very well backed by good science. You can argue that you become the sum total of the five people that you think about, that you hang out with the most. Your community, your social group around you, the peer group that influence you, that matters. Your healthy eating matters. It's very hard to out exercise a bad diet is the platitude that many of us have heard before. Motivation, writing down your goals and putting them where you can see them every single day so that they stay top of mind and you keep your eye on the prize. All of these things matter. And all of these things, to some extent, come up an awful lot when you study people that are very successful with their health and their fitness journey long term. But as I've thought about this and studied very successful, healthy people, I think that there's maybe an even more core variable at play that might be an even bigger differentiator, and that is discipline. Because motivation is fleeting, it'll come and go, but it's the discipline that you have that'll get you to the gym on those days that you're just not motivated, you're just not feeling it. Motivation may not be there for you when maybe you have a group of friends that are going out to eat at a place that is going to destroy your diet, and you just know that for you, if you go to that place and you enjoy those off-plan foods, it's going to create a downward spiral for you, but you feel this pressure to go out there. It's the discipline that ultimately helps you to get through those moments and make a better decision. And one thing that I like to reframe discipline in my mind, which can be somewhat of a nebulous or arbitrary concept, hard to grasp, hard to wrap your brain around. And that is that discipline could also be phrased as saying no to good things in the short term so that you can say yes to great, amazing, phenomenal things in the long term. And as I study people that are long-term successful in their health and their fitness journey, generally speaking, they all have the ability to say no to good things in the short term in favor of better things long term. Because in the short term, saying yes to the off-plan food, the sugary treat, it'll give you that short-term high. But if you can see and maintain a perspective of the greater good, you know that saying no to that and saying yes to the healthy on-plan foods is what will ultimately long-term lead to an accumulation of good behaviors, good decisions that lead to you looking your best, feeling your best, performing at your best. And, in the short term, when you have a plan to work out in the mornings 3 to 5 times a week, and you wake up and your alarm's going off and you're still exhausted, and you say, I think I would right now, right here in the moment, would rather stay in bed. That feeling is so real to you that you need to have a very solid core basis of discipline to get you to still do the hard thing that you maybe don't feel like doing in that moment. And I've noticed that all the most successful people have this ability to forego the easy short-term thing in favor of the long-term better thing, because it's the accumulation of lots of good decisions on the easy days and the hard days that leads to your success long-term. And there doesn't seem to be any way around it. There's no pill that you can take that will give you discipline. There's no drug that you can take that makes discipline easier. But here's the good news, because there is a solution to this. I do believe that discipline, like a muscle, can be strengthened with practice, with time, with more reps. And it comes down to getting wins in the small things, day in, day out, that lead to the big wins long term. So maybe you set yourself a small goal. I'm going to drink 1 glass of water at every meal. And when it's convenient or when it's not convenient, when you feel like it or when you don't feel like it, every single meal, every single day, when you require yourself to do this, you begin to develop, you begin to strengthen and reinforce the discipline muscle, the discipline habit, the discipline quality. Another thing that you can do that definitely helps to build the discipline muscle is just raising your standards for yourself. Saying, it's not good enough for me to only exercise once in a while when it's convenient, when I hit rock bottom, when I feel like it. But no, I take time to put it on my calendar so that it's a pillar of my schedule, that every week I go and I exercise at least this many times. It is a requirement of myself that every weekend I carve out some time to go grocery shopping and then prepare foods that I know that I'll enjoy, that are healthy and on plan for me, so that I have those foods available to me as I go through my week. I'm not subject to the whims of my coworkers and what restaurant they want to go to today. I have the foods that I need to eat because I required it of myself that on the weekend I do my meal prep, or fill in the blank. But raising your standards for yourself is another way that you can really make discipline a more powerful determining factor in your life. And I hope that you guys do. Then other things too, accountability, having a coach you're accountable for, having training partners you're accountable to, can also make the discipline side of things easier, where it's easier to show up because someone's going to call you out on it if you don't show up to the gym, or if you join a nutrition coaching program where you have to report in a food journal all the foods that you eat every single day. That kind of accountability to others can also create a positive energy that reinforces discipline. But without discipline, you can't succeed long term. Now, if you need a little bit of help, a little bit of guidance yourself, and how do you cultivate the discipline that you need? Where can you find the accountability? Who can you surround yourself with to help you raise your standards by default because your peer group operates at a higher level? Hopefully, we at CrossFit Edwardsville can be a part of that solution for you. You can start by looking us up on all the socials. When you're ready, go to CrossFitEdwardsville.com. We can book a no sweat conversation with one of our coaching team. And that coach can help you to begin identifying some key first steps in your health and fitness journey. Or if you're already on a health and fitness journey, how can you break through plateaus? How can you level up to the next level? How can you take your boring, tired, stagnant, not getting you anywhere fitness program and reinvigorate and re-energize your health and fitness journey? We'd like to help you do that as your coaches. So reach out to us, or you can leave a comment below. If you found this podcast helpful, feel free to share it on the socials. Leave us a like down below. But for now, thank you for the gift of your time and your attention, and we will see you in the next episode of the podcast.